Good evening. Welcome. Hello. This is Open Mic. I invite all of you to sit down and enjoy the show, especially if you're an insurrectionist. Grab some marshmallows. You about to get roasted. I'm Adam Longo in for Reese Waters tonight, which means half the fun and double the dumb dad jokes. Now, the mission of our show is to educate, inspire, and entertain. We bring in all sorts of different voices to do that. Now, I'm an award-winning journalist. I am not a comedian, but we've got a dynamic duo of comic stand-ups, Randolph and Leon, helping to write our show. So here's what we decided at noon today over Zoom, what we thought would probably make you laugh. A track star from Alexandria breaks a record that has stood since the days of Michael Johnson and his gold cleats. In Boston, a woman leapt from a burning subway train into a river and swam to the shore, and you thought your commute was rough. A Pennsylvania police officer shot and killed a 15-foot-long snake that was strangling some dude, and the reigning world chess champion has announced he won't defend his title this year because he's basically tired of beating everybody. Also, I'm dropping the mic on all of the highlights, or lowlights, of last night's January 6th committee hearing. But first, at 7 o'clock, let's check out some of the ridiculousness happening in and around D.C. Welcome. This is Open Mic. It's a Friday in the DMV, so you know that there is tons of absurdity out there. Now, here at Open Mic, we like to start the show with some stories or a take on a story that you won't get anywhere else. Now, I grew up in Stafford County, Virginia. I work in D.C., and I live in Maryland, so I'm a little bit country, a little bit city, and a whole lot of terrapin. Let's start things off by praising a hometown hero. Last night, Alexandria's own Noah Lyles took first place, yes, in the 200 meters at the World Athletic Championships, breaking Michael Johnson's 26-year-old American record in the event, posting a time of 19.31 seconds.
Look at the way that Noah Lyles came into the home straight. Now Arian Knighton's trying to catch Kenny Benerick. Here comes Farnborough. It's Noah Lyles, 1932. He ties Michael Johnson's 1996 record.
Love that call. And at the end, he's just like, yeah, you know I had this. Lyles breaking that 26-year-old record. That record was old enough to drink and almost too old to still be on its parents' insurance. Now, regular viewers know that I love to run, but this is a step up from running. It's practically flying, and it's just a shade below teleportation. If they'd let him keep going, Noah might have run fast enough to, well, pretty much break the space-time continuum. I think that's how it works. According to science fiction, I learned quantum physics from watching The Flash, so there's that. Congrats to Noah Lyles. The last American to hold that record ran in gold cleats, so it's only right that somebody from Arlington follow in those shiny footsteps. Nice job. All right, we're headed to Boston for this next story, where a woman jumped from a subway train 30 feet down into the Mystic River and then swam to shore after a rail car caught fire on a bridge. So undoubtedly, the worst commute of all time, right? She was one bike ride away from completing a triathlon. Now, if something like this ever happens on DC's Metro, just burn. Just let the flames take you. Don't jump into the Potomac. Lord knows what's in there. You could emerge looking like, well, the Toxic Avenger, that three-eyed fish from The Simpsons, or that dude who got juked by RoboCop and doused with radioactive waste. Now, the woman who jumped and swam away was not identified, but she's definitely earned my respect. Nobody expects a commute on the train to turn into some sort of Navy SEALs exercise, but she was clearly up for the challenge. Boston is a blue-collar city. She just became a local legend for this. They're going to tell her story in Irish pubs for years to come. Let's move on now to Upper Macungie Township, Pennsylvania for this next story, where, according to authorities, a police officer shot and killed a 15-foot-long snake that was strangling some guy. Now, no one is arguing whether or not this shooting was justified, except maybe PETA. Well, that officer got to be an expert marksman. If not, then he must have got pretty close to the attempted murder snake. Whatever the case, color me impressed. Now, I want to be objective when covering this story, but come on. Authorities do not know why the snake was choking its 28-year-old owner. Maybe he wasn't feeding the snake enough. Maybe he talked about the snake's mother. Or maybe, just maybe, it's a massive 15-foot-long snake, and that's what snakes do. They like to choke out their prey and scare the living bejesus out of all of us. Look at that thing. They're pretty good at that. They are the John Jones of the animal kingdom. Remember that when you walk past the snake aisle at the pet store. Maybe just go with a goldfish instead. Chose this last story because it's equal parts inspiring and equal parts strange. Reigning world chess champion Magnus Carlsen announced that he will not defend his title next year. Yeah, he's not going to do it because he's simply not motivated to play another match. Carlsen has been the world champion since 2013. The curse of greatness. You've seen me on TV. I can clearly relate. This guy has been on top since 2013. No wonder he's bored. He would have shown up to this year's tournament and told his opponents, I might as well say checkmate right now and save us all some time. Now, this isn't that unusual for the very best of the world in chess. Both Garry Kasparov and Bobby Fischer left while on top. Magnus Carlsen following in their footsteps. Who knows? He might do them one better and start playing baseball like Michael Jordan in the 90s. Who knows? Now, chess fans may have wanted to see him defend the title, but that sets things up for a champion versus champion, winner-take-all match for the ages, should Carlsen ever return. Now, I don't have to be a promoter or a grandmaster to see how great that would be. A ratings bonanza.